So we have witnessed one of the greatest football final ever. When the match finally went into penalties, the stunning contribution of the goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez has resulted in the win. A goalkeeper must be on a lookout for certain things before facing the ball in a penalty shootout. For example, he must know the penalty taker, his leaning angle, where his eyes are fixed to, his body language. Many players will jerk before hitting the ball trying to trick you. So all these things give away the direction in which the penalty will be taken. If you know what's coming at you, you stand better chance at stopping it. So how is this even relevant in OET? In OET listening subtest, specifically part A, you need to be ready as much as possible before the audio comes in. The more you are ready, the better the chances are for you to pick the correct answers. So let me tell you how it is done. Know the context. The context is always given. For example, you hear a gastroenterologist talking to a patient called Andrew Taylor. So this will give you an idea about who is talking to who, what could they possibly be talking about. So in this case, they could possibly be talking about the patient's symptoms, medications, or probably a recommendation of diet. Predict the content. Along with the context, reading the side headings and other information will help you predict the content of the conversation. This will help you to know how the audio is progressing and help you keep a track of the audio, which is very important when it comes to listening subtest. Deciding on what to look for. This is the most important part of your preparation, to decide on what to look for in the audio. Let's have a look at an example here. So under the background here, has had dash over long period. So here we are looking for a noun. In this case, it could be a symptom or a disease. Let's have a look at another example. Under the symptoms, word used to describe symptoms. Here, probably we are looking for an adjective. Be aware of paraphrasing. You will not always hear the exact word from the question in the audio you are going to listening to. That's because the questions are mostly in a written form or in a note form, whereas the audio you're listening to is more of a conversational form, wherein you will find phrasal verbs like cut down, cut back, which means reduce, and also idiomatic language, keeping me up at night, which means problem sleeping, to be on the mend, which means to be getting better. You need to have an understanding or exposure to this more patient-friendly language in order to perform well in listening part A. You know what did Martinez said after they win the World Cup? I did my thing. I hope these tips will help you perform better in listening part A. For more tips and strategies like this, head on to IILT Learning app, which is available in Play Store and App Store.
IILT, it's my cup of tea.